So first off, I'm just going to show you our kitchen unit. We have two divided areas. Inside, on one side I keep all our coffee supplies, our jet boil, our extra jet boil gas, my spices, my little spice rack, my towels, wash rags. This is a must for us, well, at least for me. Lighting campfires, it's our little torch, flame torch. And then on this side, I have our grilling utensils. This is really a nice thing. I got this off of Amazon, and we'll put the link below. It keeps everything nice and organized. It's my grilling tools, scissors, cutting board, little sporks with spoons, a wine cork thingy. I mean, steak knives, everything. It's wonderful. All in a nice little pouch, so you don't have to lose anything. Inside I keep mainly my stuff I store. Plastic bags, campfire forks, collapsible ones are nice. And then on this side, my wine glasses. I have these interlocking little tubs. I like them because they interlock here. And I just keep miscellaneous stuff that I need in here that, you know, you don't want, you know, flailing around. So lots of storage space, soap, a little filter for water if we have water hookup, so we can filter our water. On this side, we have our ratcheting bed system. And our mattress is just tight enough that you can push it up and it'll stay up by itself. And then I store our window reflectix underneath. I painted one side black and one side white because the black is more stealth if we're boondocking someplace, but the white is nice because it's not so dark on the inside and it doesn't look like foil on your window. But if I don't store them here, I can also use this part here with the mattress up as prep area for when I'm working on the kitchen, if I need the extra counter space per se. But this is a ratcheting system. As we lift this up, it's a nice backrest when we're sleeping at night. Well, not sleeping, but enjoying watching a movie or something before we wind down for the evening. And it also is up out of the way, so excuse me, so we can access our things without having to hold this up or having some pull in the way that's going to fall down. And underneath the kitchen box, we store our grill and my loud pans, because well, where else can you put the pans? So our grill can either be here if we don't have a picnic table, or we can move it to the picnic table. And my pots and pans, lids. Underneath there, my MAP gas for my grill. On this side, we have our Yeti cooler, which is a 45 quart cooler. I like it's got those little tray in it, so if you don't want stuff sitting in water, you can keep it up out of the water. Don't always use it, but I like it. And then underneath here, it's up on blocks, so we have plenty of storage for chips that don't get all mush. And I keep my sparkling water underneath here, and extra stuff. There's a lot of storage, dry food under here. So campsite. Our 45 quart Yeti just slides forward, and so we can access behind here. That's just a storage bag for the Napier, or I don't know how to say it, Napier. And back here is our water jugs. The way it's set up between the racks of here, we can get 5 of these jugs. We like them because they have a handle on them. It's easy to get them in and out. They line up nice here with 5 of them. We can bring our own purified water. We also have back here the accessibility for more storage for our 2 camp chairs. These things are nice. I mean, they're not great, but they're nice. They're convenient when you don't have a picnic table and you just need a... So now let's take a look at the inside of the van, since we were just on the outside of the van. So inside the van, we have our iPad holder, so we can watch movies. Why don't you come around to the other side and we'll take a look over here. What we have over here is a lift up area so we can have our storage under here and easy access to it. We have our tubs for our clothes, which we can easily put a good week's worth of clothes in here in each of our tubs. There is room to put some other stuff in between if we want, like, you know, extra coats or extra shoes or boots if it's, you know, later in the season we need a little bit more gear. But there's plenty of storage room under here. These legs fold back because this also converts into a couch if we'd prefer to have a couch, you know, as instead of the bed. So it's got dual purpose. And on that note, in order to do that, we got this mattress from Amazon. It's pretty cool because it's a trifold, but because the back ratchets up, here is a backrest. The way the mattress folded, we couldn't fold it the way we wanted to for a couch. So in order to do that, I actually split it and resewed it. So now it's a second piece, and then this becomes the seat for the couch. So I showed you underneath. We have over here our human litter box. This thing is awesome in the middle of the night, or when we're traveling with COVID. We used it a lot so we wouldn't have to go to rest stops. It's just, like I said, a litter box. It has a removable plastic bag. So the bowl, I put a little thing at the bottom of the bowl so it collects any kind of condensation moisture. With Kleenex, it works well. You put a plastic bag in it. You can buy special plastic bags, but I just use lavender scented disposable bags because the ones that you can buy specifically for toilets are a heavier duty plastic. So if you're worried about that, then you might want to get the heavy duty plastic. But I just use these, they work fine. And we use a pine litter. I put the pine litter in something with a handle just because for me it's easier to pour. And you just pour your litter in there and it's good to go. We do like the pine litter versus a clay litter. I do use some clay litter, but it's a clumping litter. The clumping litter is nice because it's got the gel in there and absorbs it, but the pine is really nice because it smells good. The clay litter, it's just in the middle of the night you just get odors, but we don't find we get odors with the pine litter. And it's really nice. And then if we're on the road and we need to dispose of it, you can just put it in the gas station garbage, or if you're at a campsite, just put it in the dumpster and just dump it that way. But I like this. We got this on Amazon. It's a stand sport. It's nice because it's extremely stable, where bucket toilets can be unstable because of the shape. This is extremely stable. It's got a nice closing lid that keeps any odors down. We've never had a problem with odors. It has a storage capability in the back, so you can put your bags, toilet paper, and extra litter in here. If you put it in just right, you can get it all in there. Love the toilet.
So now we're going to cover the power system. It really, quite frankly, starts with 2 solar panels on the roof. There's a 10 watt and a 20 watt, both 12 volt. And then we have lithium 50 amp hour battery here. We decided to put it inside the engine compartment for safety reasons, having it in the back in case of an accident. They do tend to catch fire in an accident. Don't want that back near the gas tank. The engine in general has potential for fire issues in an accident anyway, so why not put it up here? It also keeps it out of the way. Another advantage is if we do run out of batteries for our starter battery, it's an easy jump. So we can literally jump ourselves, if that's a thing. The other thing that we have is shore power, the capability of doing shore power. We don't use it very often, but under here we have a little place that you can stick your hand up through the cover that's at the bottom, and you can pull out a cord, and it's actually like on a 25 or 50 foot reel. I'm not sure exactly how much we have. You plug in, and then next morning you just give a little tug and it rolls right up. Never had an issue before with it, you know, coming unwound when we're on the road, so it's actually fairly safe. So super easy. There's a outlet strip inside in case we do want to use any 110 or alternating current. Again, we don't use it very often. We go to a lot of sites that don't have electricity. So then we want to go to the inside where we can see the vent, the power vent. So we cut the 14-inch hole in the roof. We had actually, there originally was a DVD player which we removed. We had to patch where that went. We couldn't put the vent where the DVD player was because there's a brace that runs through here. But we did put this vent in. It is powered from the lithium battery. It only has one speed. That's the one disappointment. I'm going to add a variable speed to it. It really does need variable speed in my opinion. It also has our only light, internal light here. The other lights we disconnected because every time we'd open the door at the middle of the night it would turn on, so it was annoying us. So you do the light or the light and vent, but that's been really helpful for our trips, and we almost always run it. Even last night when we had the tent on, we did have the fan on last night. So going around to the back is where we put our charge controller. This unit has had a subwoofer right here, which doesn't do really anything. Once I removed it for that extra space, the sound quality didn't change. I mean, it was not even noticeable. So remove the speaker, the subwoofer, and you'll gain a lot of extra space. We chose this spot to put in our charge controller and our fuse block. We also have resettable fuses down there for the photovoltaic and the lithium battery. We have charge cables down there, all kinds of other storage. But we use a Renogy charge controller we can use for the lithium battery. But that's all wired to the battery up front. So in closing, how do we like this?
I love it. For now, it's perfect. I could see us upgrading in the future, just if we want to travel for longer periods of time. But right now, we're traveling for, a weekend, a long weekend, so it's not real long.
We did do a week in Minnesota, and you brought enough food for 4 months. But anyway, it's a week long. We had no problems for a week long trip. Weekends, 4 or 5 days, not a problem at all. And for us, we don't spend a bunch of time in the van anyway. If you spend a lot of time camping and you're in your van, not a good place to go is a minivan. Great thing, 25 miles per gallon on the highway, super stealthy, you can park anywhere, love that. Easy to convert this back to a regular van. I mean, literally it's about 60 seconds to pull the bed out. We can put the seats back in the van and use it as a regular van, which we will end up doing after we retire it as a camper. So that's it for now. I'll look for other updates in the future.